Hello friends, today we're going to film in wide angle and see how that looks. Let me know in the comments below how it turns out. So today I'm going to tell you a story. I call it the Full Spirit story. It's because recently at the Modern Mystery School in November in Toronto, I learned the Full Spirit activation, which is another modality that was created in the time of King Solomon. And this modality changed my life back in 2021. It was June, and I had been experiencing a lot of, I would say, intense nervous system experiences. In terms of fight, flight, and freeze, I was a pretty intense freezer. And even at that time, I was doing a lot of somatic work. I was getting chiropractic care. I would spend a good amount of time making sure that my physical state was in a good place. And yet, I continued to have these intense freeze responses from different types of experiences, whether it be related to past traumatic experiences or just really an overwhelm of external stimulus. And it wasn't until one day that my chiropractor and guide, actually, in the Modern Mystery School, said the Full Spirit activation, it's known to help with those types of things. That's really all that was said. And I was like, yeah, let's go for it. Let's give it a shot. And so we set up a session, and 1 week later, we had a 45-minute or so session, maybe it was an hour. And it was a beautiful session. I felt fantastic during it and immediately afterwards. And I was now about to experience basically a brand new life. Because from that point on, I would be in certain situations where I knew that my nervous system would have an intense experience, all the way to like maybe a freeze response that lasts 3 seconds or something like that. And what would happen in those situations is I would notice the thing externally happen, and then internally, I'd be fine. Nothing drastic would happen internally at all. The emotions that came with it, the actual physical sensations themselves, they were all gone. And I was like blown away, obviously. And I remember thinking to myself, is this permanent? Like, will this last a lifetime? And I'm here, happy to report it's been over 2 years later. I had only received the session once up until I just recently learned it in Toronto. And I have no intense freeze responses. I have no really intense emotional experiences attached to like external stimulus. And I'm really happy to report that the feeling of shame is also lifted, which I know that seems like a really kind of miraculous thing. And that's basically because it is. Trust me, when I wake up and I go, wow, it's another day where I don't feel shame, I don't have these freeze responses, I am so grateful. It's incredible. And so you can imagine that spending 45 minutes and a couple $100 to have the type of experience that people go to therapy for years for, that they do a lot of physical therapy, they do counseling, somatic therapy, the thousands of dollars that you can spend on that, or do one session and potentially experience something like that, what I'm experiencing. It's incredible. And so if you have any questions about this, just let me know, reach out. This is the high level of the experience and what I've experienced with this modality. I'm going to create another video talking about why it works in that way. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching.